All right, guys, here we go. Chaos Pro late models at Martinsville. We're ready to get them fired off here. The feature is among us. Out front, you got Billy Van Meter for Chaos Motorsports, laying it down, looking fantastic in that 2 spot. Jess Gordon is your pole setter, and the number 10 there as he blinks himself in. Adam Herr back there in the 11 for Chaos Motorsports. Rick Kelly for Chaos Motorsports, Adam Herr for the Choice Inc. guys. Joshua Divers racing for Chaos Motorsports. Jordan out here in the 6 machine. J-Bones in the 83. Fantastic. Look at these guys. The numbers are bouncing around like crazy right now. Anthony Monroe in the 82. Cole Howard racing for Choice Inc. in the 52. Chris Jones back of the pack, got an EOL earlier in the heat race. And Derek Sellers also got an EOL for the heat race maneuvers. So these guys are ready to go. Smolden, are you ready?
I am ready. This is going to be an interesting one here, boys.
It's definitely going to get interesting. Like I said, 50 laps around the paperclip is more than enough time to get these guys fired up.
Yeah, by lap 50, you should have this place figured out, right? You're either going to not have a hood and a right rear, and or you're going to be looking good and taking a checkered flag. So good luck to all these guys.
Yep, absolutely. We'll find out exactly what's going to happen. But your front row, Billy and Gordon. Gordon and Billy, front row. Pace cars in, 50 laps at the paperclip. Last race of the night. Let's get it going here. Smolden, buckle up.
I'm buckled. I'm holding on tight. Let's go.
The green flag is in the air. Boogity, boogity, boogity. Oh, let's go racing, boys, and please be nice to each other.
Everybody's working their way around. Billy Van Meter off to the early lead. Gordon on the backside. You got Jordan up on the high side there, up into the wall. J-Bones right underneath of his teammate, Adam, right there. And these guys are getting a little bit dicey down here at the bottom side in the back. As Cole Howard loops them around.
First caution.
That's going to be on Cole Howard from what I'm seeing. We're going to rewind it back and take a quick look here as we'll go blimp cam here early. We try to do always.
It's easy right underneath one another, right? So,
absolutely. That's the first one on Cole Howard of the night. Cole Howard, EOL. Boom. All right. Dang, you hate to see it. He got some damage right there from Jones. Got into the backside of him there. Fortunate for these guys. All right. Well, we're pacing early here, Smolden.
Yeah, no, it's going to happen. I feel like this isn't going to be the first, and it won't, or definitely the first, but it won't be the last. That is for sure.
Yeah, definitely won't be the last. First one early. Like I said, we had the same incident happen with the modifieds before this. We had those early cautions, and then we went green flag for 25 laps. So I'm expecting a little bit of the same thing, but it is the paperclip. So if these guys get 25 laps of running free, they're going to be catching lap traffic, slower cars. It could become a quick mess in a hurry here at the paperclip.
Most definitely. So I'm very, very interested in watching to see how this race is going to break down. You got some fast guys up front, but you got some guys in mid-pack that can also, hold their own. So unfortunately for the guys up front, if they do go green long enough, like you said, is going to start hitting some lap traffic, and that's where this place really gets interesting at.
Yeah, absolutely. Once you start getting that lap traffic, man, you're working your way up there. It's all mayhem from there on out. But like I said, we're rolling along right now. We got Billy Van Meter, the leader. He's got Gordon right behind him, Rick Kelly, Joshua Divers, and J-Bones rounded out your top 5. Good to see J-Bones up there in the top 5. Moved up 2 spots since the beginning of the race for Jay.
Absolutely. Good to see it. He deserves it. He's been practicing all week for this race here, so he should have a good result.
All right, here we go. Lights will go off the pace car this time by. We let them all get in there and do their pits and their servicing, and the lights are off. And we're going to try this again here. That was a really, really early caution, so hopefully these boys will get settled in, let the tires warm up a little bit before we try to get too racy here. All right, here we go. Anthony Monroe in the back of the pack right now in that 82 machine. Everybody's ready to go. We're going to try to do it again. Shout out to everybody hanging out with us over on the Twitch channel, man. If you guys aren't over on the Twitch, come check us out. I appreciate you guys watching this over on the YouTube. But check us out on Twitch. We're live Monday through Thursday. Nighthawk Motorsports. The link will be in the description. Smolden, are we ready?
We are ready. Let's go.
Here we go. It's like the beginning of the restart again. You know what I mean? It's like the green flag never came out to start the race as we see him pile them in early. Van Meter Out to the early lead. Gordon back there as everybody else kind of cycles through. We're going single file to the top 5.
I like it. I like it so far. So it's crazy how Van Meter can just. It looks like he just hooks that thing in there and it just sticks for him. So obviously that's skill, and Jess is right on him. So this should be an interesting race.
Definitely going to be interesting. That's for sure.
Oh boy.
All right, let's wind it up here and take a look. What do we got? It's going to be... Boom. All right, let's see here. It looks like that was Cole Howard. That's the second one of the night, right? That's the second one for Cole Howard. Unfortunate.
Unfortunate for Cole, yes.
All right, unfortunate. That's the second one for Cole Howard tonight, man. A rough way to do it there, but that's the second one on him. So Cole Howard onto the trailer early here tonight. Oh, tough break, man. You hate to see it. You hate to see it.
Most definitely.
All right, here we go again. Let's try to line them up. Let's try to do it all over again.
Well, we're good at pacing.
We're very good at pacing. We're gonna go P1 to green here because there's no reason for anybody to have to pit. So we're gonna fire them off here. We getting all these pacing laps here. I'll tell you what, it gets crazy. So, all right, these boys are ready to go. We're gonna fire them off this time by. Man, that was a quick trailer, man. That was a quick trailer trip. Yeah, you're good, Cole. You're good, man. And like I said, I mean, it happens, dude.
It's the paperclip, right?
It's the paperclip, dude.
A ridiculously hard trip.
There might only be 2 cars left by the time we're done with this race, so you're good, brother. You're fine. You're perfectly fine, dude. But here we go. Let's try to do it again here. Let's get some laps in. 9 of the 50 at the paperclip so far. Guys are moving up by elimination of drivers at this point, Smolden.
Hey, you gotta do what you gotta do to move up, right? So, unfortunately for Jess, he keeps getting stuck on the outside. It's not looking like he's gonna be able to get low anytime soon here. So,
watching these guys try to make it. There's our first completed full lap, I believe.
That could be, yeah, that could be. But here we go, though. They're single file. They might want to just settle in and get some laps under the belt here. So this could be where it goes green for a while.
Right now, they're rocking and they're rolling. They're trying to get it done. Sellers getting in front of Adam Herr right now. Chris Jones working his way up in the 7th spot. We're single file all the way around the track right now. This is where these guys want to be, right, Smolden?
Most definitely. You just want to stay in that low line and just get some laps under your belt, wait for a mistake. Someone's going to push, they're going to overdrive a turn here and there, and that's where you get underneath of them, and you that's where you pass. It's almost impossible to pass on the high line here, that's for sure.
Yeah, as we watch everybody single file their way in right now, Billy Van Meter putting on a performance here right now. He's your leader in the 23 Chaos Motorsports machine, and he's got his teammate Rick Kelly right behind him. Maybe they were practicing the paperclip tonight.
If they weren't, they just know what they're doing. But I would say that they had to put at least a few laps in here. It's showing that they know what they're doing by far right here. So, and then Jess Gordon's there too. I mean, don't sleep on him. One mistake out of the top 2, and he's there. So.
Yeah, it's definitely a performance. But right now, you got Chaos Motorsports 1, 2, and 4. So hey, they're putting on quite the show right now. You got J Bones back there in the 5 spot, still holding on. Anthony Monroe, my sleeper early tonight. He's up 4 spots, already up to the 6th spot, Smolden.
He's moving up. He is definitely moving up, taking advantage of a couple of guys with cautions early, and he's holding his own. Good to see.
Very good to see. Love to see the guys back there that are driving their way up here. Independent teams, as I like to call them. Guys that are out here running solo, don't really have that partner to help them lean on in the race. And some of these guys are really doing it, man. And they're bringing home some top 5 finishes.
Yeah, it's tough to do, right? I mean, not everybody runs every car at every track. So it's nice to be able to lean on your teammates to get some advice on what you need to do to be faster at certain tracks. But then there's other guys that would rather just do it on their own, right? So it all just depends on your personal preference and still friends with everyone, even if you're not on a team in this league. But some guys just prefer to do it on their own.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's exactly what we're seeing right now is Billy Van Meter is leading them around here, looking good. We're 18 of 50 in the books, and we're running some green flags here. And, we don't know what the pit strategy is going to look like for tires and fuel. We saw that come into play with the tour mods, and their leader had to pit with 4 to go.
Yeah, it's always tough when when you're leading a race and you're forced to pit because you were expecting another caution or whatnot. But it's racing. That's why you have a pit crew that tells you when you're running out of fuel and you need a pit. And when they tell you you got to pit, you got to pit. So
Absolutely. And that's exactly what we're seeing right now. It looks like everybody's just being patient, wanting to log some laps in. As you see divers kind of slow up and J-Bone's getting punted. J-Bone's getting shoved out of the way there by Anthony Monroe. Looks like Anthony got into the back. Take a look here and find out exactly what happened here. Yep, that's what we're doing right now. We're looking at the replay here. It looks like he got into the back of him and he and Cordy into J-Bones. Unfortunately, Chris Jones getting the AOL tonight. All right, boom, move to the end of the line. That's the first one on him tonight, Chris Jones. As pit strategy might have just went out the window as these guys are coming in and getting fuel. That might be the only window they needed to get fuel. So after watching that, you saw Chris Jones get in the back of Monroe, and Monroe shot into J-Bones. Unfortunate for both those drivers tonight. So, hey, it's tricky here, Smolden. That's a paperclip, man.
I don't think I've ever watched a race here that doesn't have any sort of issues, right? I mean, that right there is a perfect example of one guy just logging in some good clean laps, and all of a sudden he gets hit from behind, and it wasn't even the car from behind's fault, right? So it's always tough, right? So you try to avoid those situations, but if you're not up front, you can't avoid them at times.
Yeah, and that's what I love to see, especially in this league. The guys get on the mic, they apologize. Hey, man, look, I didn't run into the back on purpose. I got help, and I appreciate J Bones getting on there and you know what I mean, just seeing what happened first. You know what I mean, and a lot of these guys. I appreciate when guys don't just instantly get wrecked and they don't get on the mic and raise hell. So once again, big shout out to everybody in here, respecting each other. That's the whole key behind this. Like I said, man, we're just a group of guys that come out here, try to have some fun every night of the week that we can race, put on a broadcast, have a good time, and stay away from the officials. You know what I mean? Kind of grow and race with each other and learn each other's tendencies. That's the whole point of the league. You know what I mean?
And that's the best part is running with most of the same guys each week or each night, and you do learn their tendencies, and you can lean on each one of these guys out here and say, hey man, how are you so much faster than I am? And almost every single guy out here will help you out. So it's a great group of guys you've built here, and it's a pleasure, like I said, like every race up here in the broadcast booth, and it's fun to watch these guys out on the track.
Yeah, absolutely. These guys are getting faster and faster every week, every month that we do this. We get some talent in here, and it just blows me away with some of the people that show up and race. And like I said, not everybody's cut for it. We know we lose some, we gain some, and we got some guys that's been around like yourself for over a year and a half, and I appreciate every bit of it. So we're getting ready to go green here. Here we go.
Do what they say. Cautions breed cautions. So yeah, you got some guys with some tires. You got some guys that have stayed out, so this ought to be interesting.
And I hate that saying because it's true. It always happens as Billy Van Meter takes the lead here. Rick Kelly left out to drive. We're 3 wide in the back. The 82 getting into the 30 able to hold it. And that's going to leave Jordan up on the high side. And whoo, some net code there. It looks like the 82 got back there into Chris Jones and slid up a little bit. So tell you what, net codes be seeming to become a really big thing here in iRacing with the last few updates. It seems like the bubble, the gap that they're putting between the cars is just massive, Smolden.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. When you're talking inches, though, in a race car around you, and some of us are, I couldn't even tell you, 3,000 miles away. It's crazy how we can even do this live, but when we want it to be perfect, like we prefer it to be, there's always going to be issues, but the netcode thing has always been an issue with iRacing. It comes and it goes, I guess, but it's tough. It's tough.
Yeah, right now we're watching Monroe work that bottom side, and here comes Derek Sellers right there with him. Derek Sellers working that bottom side as these boys are finding their way home here. Billy Van Meter, still your race leader, as you see on the left side of your screen there. Dominating performance right now. Gordon right behind him. He's got Joshua Divers in the 3 spot, but hey, everybody's still kind of feathering their way around right now. I think they just realized we got 23 laps to go. That's still a very long time at the paperclip.
Yeah, we're barely over halfway, and we've already seen the action we've had so far. So they obviously don't, especially the guys up front, don't want to get in any kind of trouble. A lot of racing left, so we'll see the strategy of some of these guys up front that stayed out versus the guys that went in. But it almost looks like it didn't matter because the guys out back that did pit aren't really making a charge of the front here. So.
Oh, absolutely. They're definitely not. But like I said, right now, Billy Van Meter putting on the show here with 21 to go. He's got Gordon right behind him. There's Joshua Divers in the 3 spot. Rick Kelly in the 4. J-Bone still holding on to that 5 spot after that early accident with Monroe. Monroe taking the bottom side up. And Monroe looking to go up to the 5 spot here as J-Bone says, go ahead for it, man. I'm going to fall back here behind you and kind of follow in line. And J-Bone's back to the 6. Monroe up to the 5. Up 5 spots so far. Monroe, big mover of the race so far.
Great racing out of him so far, absolutely. And it's J-Bones there knew that if he tried racing him and stayed on the outside, he's just going to get passed on the inside by the car right behind him. So he knew if he just let Anthony go, fall behind him, get back low, you only lose 1 spot versus multiple spots trying to race him on the outside.
Absolutely. As we watch these guys, man, these boys are putting on a show right now. J-Bone's trying to hold it together here as he's got pressure from Derek Sellers right behind him in that 30 machine out of Alabama. Derek back there trying to find some speed here tonight.
Yeah, it's like we got ourselves a 3-pack of racing here. We got the top 4, and then we got another pack, and then the last 2. So everybody's found their own groove, it looks like, and I think if it goes green, I think this is going to exactly how it finishes here. But
yeah, absolutely. That's what we're seeing right now. Your top 3 is kind of holding together. You got Rick Kelly kind of fading in the back there as you got Anthony Monroe kind of getting around Jay, and everybody else is kind of just spread out. And like I said, with 16 to go this time by, I mean, I feel like your leaders are just in coast mode right now, and we're going to see what's going to happen here with Gordon in the middle of this Chaos Motorsports sandwich right now, and Gordon may be saving here. We don't know. Gordon known to save some tires and save some fuel, so we'll see what's going to happen here as these laps wind down.
Yeah, as long as you can stay in the rear of Billy, I mean, at this point you can save tires. And, you know, Divers isn't going to run you over. So, and then Kelly's obviously a great driver himself. So, I think at this point you try to force Billy into making a mistake, but you also want to save tires at the same time so you can make that late run.
Yeah, absolutely. You definitely want to have the ability to have tires at the end of the race and, just have the opportunity to be strike at the end as you see Divers try to make the move here on Gordon going into the corner here. Gordon able to speed up a little bit there and close that gap. Divers wants to get up there and get with Billy. I know he does. That's his teammate. He wants to be up there racing with him, but Gordon right now is holding his own.
Yeah, definitely. It looked like Gordon on that last lap, the exit of 2 went a little wide, and that allowed Divers right in there. And Divers knew that it wasn't a good spot to try staying low there and backed off a little bit. And it was good, clean racing. That's what you have to do at the paperclip.
Yep, with 13 to go here, these guys have definitely found the groove, and everybody's rolling right along right now. Billy's still your leader. Gordon back there into 2, Divers into the 3, Rick Kelly into 4, and Anthony Monroe, like I said, rounded out your top 5. And then you got a gap. That's going to be with Jay back there in the 6 spot and the 7, Sellers. Sellers back there in unfamiliar territory back there in the 7 spot. You normally see him up front.
Yeah, he's been struggling this week. Just a tough week, but it's good competition that we have out here, right? So everybody has a rough week, and maybe he's just settled down and says, hey, where I'm at is where I'm comfortable with. I don't want to try racing too hard and wrecking any of these guys, and you just kind of settle in. So
absolutely.
You never know.
Yeah, absolutely. Same with Chris Jones, just another guy that you normally see up front running. He's one of the front runners for a Choice Inc. Esport team. I mean, he's normally up there in your top 5, and to see him back in the 8 spot, we know he had the incident early with the heat race, and then he was involved in another incident here in the race, getting that EOL. So just tough luck for some of these drivers out here tonight, Smolder.
Yeah, especially here, right? I mean, you take an EOL, you need a lot of luck on your side. That or just be one hell of a driver to make some passes. But 50 laps seems like a lot, but in reality, it's not a lot here when you take an EOL and you got to try passing 8 or 9 guys that are actually very fast in front of you, right? So it's almost impossible task.
Yeah, absolutely. Billy Van Meter still your race leader when they come by. 8 to go this time. Gordon's going to have to get on his horse and go if he's wanting to catch up because Divers is coming. Divers going to want to make this move. And I think it's time that we go cockpit view with Joshua Divers as we ride along with Divers here as he's trying to catch him. And that's just Gordon in front of him. Look at them work that wheel right there. Throttle control on point. Let's ride with Rick Kelly right behind him. Rick Kelly giving him tons of space. Monroe riding on board with Anthony Monroe here, guys. If you got some talent right here, watch him work that wheel. These guys are so finesse with that steering wheel, Smolden.
Yeah, it's you don't really get to see how much work they put onto that wheel when you're watching just from the blimp mode or, you know, the TV. But when you get in the cockpit with these guys and you can see, I mean, at all times this car wants to get loose, and they're pushing them tires to the limit. And you're trying not to hit a car in front of you, get hit behind you. You know, it's a tough task to do.
Yeah, we just saw that right there. Man, that was a tough break there as we ride along here. And you guys saw it. We were watching it right here. Rick Kelly just drives up into him. Look at this. This guy is straight as can be. And look at this. Rick Kelly just whoop, right up the track into him there. So unfortunate for Rick Kelly there. Unfortunate for all of them.
Perfect timing, though, on the old cameraman there to be in the same.
Yeah, that's going to be it's gonna be the first one on Rick Kelly out there driving up into him. The 82 was there, first one of the night. Man, tough break. Woo! And I believe these guys ended up flipping over too, didn't they? But yeah,
like one were on the lid. Yep.
Talk about being in the car though. But like I said, you see it right there, man. He just drives up. That line's been warned, so I can't do anything about it. Like, don't get on the mic. Do not get on my mic. Do not get on my mic. All right. What happened here?
That part I'm not sure of.
But,
like there was a little retaliation maybe, or he wasn't expecting. I'm not sure what's going on here.
I don't see it.
Chaos in the chaos.
Looks like, I mean, he was just driving along there. It looked like Rick Kelly backed up. Not sure, but either way, you get mic'd up and you act dumb, you're going to get kicked. So just like that right there, easy removal. Easy removal here. Things are getting hot with 4 to go.
That it is. The paperclip always brings out anger.
Yeah, well, you know, you're going to have it. You're going to have it.
It just shows you how much they want this win, right? So
absolutely. Like I said, and Billy Van Meter right now leading them around. Jess Gordon in the 2 spot. And Joshua Divers in the 3-4 is J-Bones. In the 5 spot, Derek Sellers up there. He's making his way.
Yeah, it looks good. The top 3 haven't budged, but it looks like the rest of the field's starting to figure out what they need to do to at least keep up with them a little bit. So should be interesting.
Yeah, absolutely.
We'll see, unfortunately, Jess is going to be starting on the outside, so it's going to allow a couple guys on the inside. So this could shuffle the top 3 real quick and real easily.
Absolutely. We're going to see exactly what happens here. Whoa, what happened, everybody? They just disappeared from the screen there. Oop, oop, oop. We still live? We still good? Maybe you guys need to refresh. Maybe refresh your chat. I don't know what happened there. It was like a big spike. Oh, did the screen, did the Twitch freeze?
No, it looks good on my end. Looks good on my end.
Okay.
We are going. It looks like the lights are off of the pace car. We are starting our first green, white checkered.
All right. Okay, good. All right, fantastic. I don't know what happened, but we're good. We're back. Everything's working. The buttons are working. We're good. So, all right, green, white checkered attempt here. Billy Van Meter and Jess Gordon out front right now. Divers, Jay, and Sellers rounding out your top 5 here. Here we go. Smolden, tighten them up one more time.
Let's do this.
Green flag is in the air. They're racing down. It's a drag race into turn 1, and we're going to see who's going to take it. Gordon working that high side. Van Meter down on the low side as Joshua Divers tries to find a home here.
Yeah, it's tough trying to get stuck on that outside, and, you know, looks like Divers wants that 2 spot, so I don't think he's going to give him any room to be allowed to get down low. Right there.
Here we go. Final lap. Final lap of the race here. We're watching these guys race hard right now. Billy Van Meter, Gordon back there. Everybody else racing for a position. Derek Sellers up to the 4 spot. He needs a black cleared, he said. He's going to get it at the end of the race. But right now, it's going to be Billy Van Meter bringing it home, Gordon into 2, and Divers rounding out your top 3.